Hey everyone, what's up? This is Lindsay with First Line Equipment, and today we're going to be taking a first look at the Baratza Sette 30. Our friends at Baratza were kind enough to send us a sample, so just a disclaimer that this is not the final product of what they're going to be releasing, but we're excited just to take a quick look at what they've worked on so far and see what improvements they're going to make, as Baratza always does, holding themselves to a higher standard by the end of the year. So we're just going to take a quick look at it and see what our first impressions are. They've kept the same design and style of the beautiful 7 and lightness of this grinder, and the revolutionary straight through design seen on the 270 and the 270W still exists here for the 30. The key difference between the Sette 30 and the 270 are the amount of grinding adjustments that can be made on either of them. So on the Sette 30, there are 30 settings. Baratza on this model has taken away the micrometrical adjustment settings with the all-purpose grinder on the 270 and 270W needed for fine-tuning espresso, whereas Baratza for this model are really trying to gear it for those in the manual brewing market and who prefer to brew with drip and pour-over methods. Here we have the burrs of the 270 and the Sette 30. As you can see, even just there's a weight difference just because this one is primarily made of metal, whereas this one, all the steps and the outer casing isn't. Some people who have been able to test out the brew grinding burrs on this sample model were finding actually that at a finer setting that there is a nice consistency, and this is between the Sette 30, the 270W, and the Vario W, to have this pretty consistent fine setting. And then once going to a coarser grind, finding that even though as the brew grinding burrs are here, that it is finer than what some people might want to have for their preferred brewing method, especially for drip and pour over. You can see on the Vario W that it is coarser than the Sette 30s, just to compare. But we have, as you can see, they've given away with this, and this is on the 270W, the adjustable portafilter fork into the basket holder, whereas they just have a stationary basket holder for this, and that can also accommodate the Able cone and the V60, which is very convenient, especially, that's what they're going for. I personally love to have the the flexibility of having both on this one. But then again, if you are someone who is just brewing drip coffees, it's really not necessary. Baratza has made the Sette 30 as user-friendly as they did with the 270, making the burrs easily removable with your bare hands and not needing any special tools, which is wonderful. It makes it for very easy cleanup. The only thing that I personally miss from the 270's design, and as compared to the Sette 30, is that there's a lot less metal in some of the design features, such as the steps in the in the burrs itself, and also just aesthetically, just things on top like the hopper key here or the plate in the front. But like I said, those are just aesthetic things on the front. Those metal features are things that I personally miss, but I can also imagine that with less metal brings the grinder at a lower price point and making it more accessible for anyone's home. But since Baratza is hoping to improve their brew grinding burr, I hope that they do sneak some of those features back into this version of the grinder. But like I said, that's a matter of my own personal preference. But we're really excited to see what Baratza is trying to come up with, and we're excited to see the improvements that they make. And we're excited also to see what you think about the first version of this. We'd love to hear more comments down below and start the conversation. I'm Lindsay, and thanks for watching.